soon as this guy makes a mistake, what a jerk. I deserve the best. I deserve something better. F that. And you get right on the app and you go to another guy. Tribe, what you may not realize is women are just as sad and lonely as a lot of men are. You think because they're woohoo, they're living their best lives and everything. No, there's a reason they're all crying on TikTok, on YouTube. They're sad and lonely. And modern dating has ruined their lives. For the women who are listening to this, I'm going to reveal the mystery of what's really going on. And it's really simple. We're all being manipulated by companies and mega corporations who are making tons of money playing on female nature. Yeah. They get you addicted to your phone. They get you addicted to the apps. They get you addicted to that stimulation. They know your hypergamous nature, and they're manipulating the crud out of you to make you alone and sad and addicted to your phone and constantly checking that phone to get some kind of uplift, some kind of dopamine hit to distract you from your sad and lonely life. Yeah, that's what's going on. It's such a shallow existence today. No one can have a thought further than 60 seconds. And then I gotta press a button. Well, that's what's going on with her. And you've said this in other videos and other people have said this, but listen, listen to this. This is what's going on. Ladies, you're sad and lonely because you're on these dating apps and they are soul destroying vehicles and complete vehicles for sad and lonely. You're hopping in that sad and lonely car and you're taking a ride into infinity. Those guys you're choosing, and you have this fantasy that it's going to work out with them, and oh, he's hot and he likes me. No, that's not what's going on. He's got, just like you, that top 5% of super good looking guys have tons of choices, tons of people telling them that he's handsome and good looking. Just like you have tons of simp dudes telling you you're wonderful and good looking. So you go out with this guy and he doesn't call you back, but you still have that fantasy that it's going to work out with him. And it doesn't, then you hate all men. You hate all men are jerks. And why? Because you completely dated out of your league. You're getting peed and D'd by these guys. And it's crushing your soul. It's crushing your soul. And if you do meet someone nice, what happens? The moment there's a little hiccup or something's not 100% right, what do? You got the 10, 20, 30 other dudes on your app. Companies know your hypergamous nature. For those who don't know, a woman is going to try to optimize for the best male, the best, most money, best looking, best emotionally. It doesn't have to be best looking. It could just be what she perceives as better. She cannot be blamed for this. This is just evolution. So, don't be mad at women. They're being manipulated. Ladies, you're being manipulated. These mega corporations know that, and they keep you coming back. They keep feeding you what you want and that fantasy. And the more you buy into that, by 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dudes, you're ruined. Yeah, your chances are totally ruined. Because after that certain point, you've had 5, 6, 7 guys, you start playing, oh, I want a guy who's got what David had, and he had a great job and he was respected. And I want what Tom had, he was really funny and we hung out in bed and he made me laugh. And I want what Steve had, and, when we were physically together, I felt super connected to him. And I want a guy who's got this. So you're stuck trying to piece together the ultimate man, which you've been sold is what you deserve. But you know what? Like you, men are human too. And we have good points and bad points. We have faults, but we excel at certain areas. This is all of us. No one's as perfect as your Instagram feed. No one. But these companies know that, and they keep feeding you and keep tempting you, and you're becoming used by them. So you play that game, you go for that hit, you get back on the app. As soon as this guy makes a mistake, what a jerk. I deserve the best. I deserve something better. F that. And you get right on the app and you go to another guy. And then, oh, geez, surprise, he's a big jerk. He's terrible. Yeah, but he's so good looking, and you try with him and it doesn't work out. So you go for someone else. There's another, and there's another. Oh, there's more, and let me just check my app. You never get off of that app. You know why? You're addicted to it. Oh, I hate that app. This app is terrible. No, it's not. People are trying to sell and make money, and they're using you. They're using your nature and manipulating you into doing that and to keep coming back to the app, keep coming back. Forget improving yourself or having a great life or making a really great experience for a guy you're interested in sharing your life with. He's got to do this. He's got to take me out to dinner. He's got to pay for everything. He's got to have this. He's got to have that. All the stuff that doesn't matter and doesn't make for a great relationship. You're being told to want that, and your friends are encouraging you. Oh, don't put up with that. You don't need to deal with that girl. Forget him. You know why they're doing that? Because they're lonely and sad too. And they don't like to be lonely and sad by themselves. Right? Some of them have divorced their husband because they thought it was going to be so great and they regret it, but they're not going to tell you. Some are on the same merry-go-round as you and they don't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone with those sad and lonely emotions. They want their friends to have that too. You're being played from all sides, ladies. You're being played. You're being played by the corporations. You're being played by your friends. Your friends. You're sad and lonely and feel like you don't have any friends. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. And so do a lot of men. Gentlemen, that's what's going on. Modern dating has ruined things for women and men. And really, if you're listening to this and you're understanding, we all have to rise up and not play victim to that. We have to get off those apps. Do not go on those dating apps. They're destroying you. It's not all men are terrible. They're not. It's not all women are terrible. They're not. We're all being manipulated by these apps and the dating apps, and it's awful. No one is that perfect, ladies. Gentlemen, there are women who aren't like this, who aren't on the dating apps. There are a few. But if you're going to date someone who's on those apps and you think you can trust, though, the hypergamous natures are always going to be checking back. Oh, you're not exactly perfect. You're not exactly perfect. Let me see what else I can get. Let me see what else I can get. And after 4 or 5 or 6 dudes, they're ruined. They can't help but check. Before dating apps and before the phone, you dated someone in your town and you tried to work it out. You're like, hey, he's pretty good. Okay, he did this, or he stayed out too late one night, or he has this imperfection, but you're like, my parents weren't perfect either, and they worked it out. So this hypergamous nature, it couldn't be manipulated like it is today, rather. It's just different. Now today, that hypergamous nature can be fulfilled. Oh, we got something better for you. Oh, Steve or Dave didn't work out. We got something better. Tom or Paul or doesn't matter. Oh yeah, he's wonderful. No, he's not wonderful. He's wonderful now. That chaos you need and that up and down you need. They know that. You're being completely manipulated into getting those emotions and being completely addicted to those emotions. You need to get off of those dating apps, just like the men. Get off of those apps. They're destroying you. They're destroying both sides. They're making us not like each other. Yay. That's really what's going on. What's your experience? Ladies, I'd love to hear from you, and so would the men. Men, what are your we're both being pitted against each other. That's what's going on. We're being manipulated so that people can make money off of us. Our unhappiness, our loneliness, our sadness. Yes. Look at it. Everybody's reaching for the phone constantly, all the time, because there isn't a lot of fulfillment, because your thoughts keep getting interrupted, because you keep going back to those apps and you keep looking at them and you keep submitting to them. They are the new gods, right? So if this makes sense, heed these words. It's your life. It's your chance at happiness. You need to seize it, and you need to seize it by getting off of those demoralizing, soul-crushing, manipulative dating apps that are warping all of our minds. Harsh? Take a look at yourself. See what's going on. Are your friends happy? Right? Your girlfriend's in satisfying relationships? Or are they in a perpetual state of dissatisfaction? Of fantasy, dissatisfaction. Fantasy, dissatisfaction. These app makers, they know we want the fantasy. Why do you think there's all these filters and, why do you think that all that's happening? You're being manipulated to get back on that phone, back on that phone, back on that phone, back on the app. Try a new one, try a new one. They realize you love fantasy. They realize you love chaos. They realize you love up and down. They realize you're a hypergamous, which you cannot be blamed for. That's just survival. None of this, I feel, anyone should be blamed for. We're being manipulated and trained to do exactly what we're doing. So my recommendation, get off those apps, start talking to each other, stop with the unrealistic expectations on all sides, and get back to who you are. Get back to making something of your life, and you'll meet someone as you're doing that. Get off of that constant interruption and getting on those apps. Just get off. I guarantee you're going to be happier. So I want to hear anyone who's out there, men, women, have you gotten off the apps, and how is your life better? Is it better? Have you experienced this while you're on the apps? Are you going on a merry-go-round? Any brave women out there who want to share their experience, we'd all love to hear it. Is what I described really what's happening to you? Is that what's going on? Or what does John know? Maybe, no, John's way off. It's just men, or it's just women. This isn't what I believe. I believe what I've said in this video. And I want to hear if you believe that too, or you don't. I'm open. So thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.